He is a member of the Appropriations, Budget, and Banking Committee. Senator, great to have you with us back on the program. Before we get to the coronavirus relief bill, I just want to get your thoughts on the breaking news this hour. Attorney General Bill Barr saying that the DOJ found no evidence of widespread voter fraud. Let me play for you some sound that we just got from Senator Chuck Schumer. Watch this.
In response to Attorney General Bill Barr, I guess he's the next one to be fired. Since he now, too, says there's no fraud, Trump seems to fire anyone in that regard.
All right, let me get your thoughts. First of all, do you think the Attorney General, Bill Barr, will be fired shortly? And what do you make of the Attorney General appointing a special counsel to investigate the Russia probe?
Well, it's good to be with you, Ayman. And the pattern in this administration seems to be anybody who tells the truth gets fired. You were just talking about Chris Krebs. He pointed out that there was no interference in this election. He got fired. You know, Attorney General Barr, he's awfully late in stating the obvious here. He obviously fueled a lot of the misinformation early on, but the statement is still welcome, and I'm sure it will not be welcome at the White House. I'm sorry, Ayman, what was your second question?
The second part was about the second headline from that interview, which is that the Attorney General has appointed John Durham at the level of a special counsel, essentially shielding him, if you will, from any new incoming administration that may want to terminate that investigation.
Right. This is clearly an effort just to perpetuate the president's conspiracy theories. He pressed, as we all know, to get a decision and a public statement before the election and to try to interfere with the election. That didn't happen. And so this is a little bit of the president's Hail Mary at the last minute to try to perpetuate this additional fraud on the American people.
Let's talk about the American people for a moment, because I'm sure millions of them care more about coronavirus relief bill. Mitch McConnell seems focused on getting the administration's read on what's possible rather than on the new compromise legislation being worked out by some members of his own party. Do you think that is a tactical mistake by the Senate Majority Leader, that he is putting the needs, if you will, of the White House before those of the American people?
And that's exactly what he's doing. And he's contracting out the responsibilities of the Senate and the House to the President of the United States, which is no way to conduct business in the United States Senate, especially right after this very positive development, a bipartisan sort of agreement laying out a framework. As has been said, this doesn't have everything everybody wants, but I see it as a stopgap measure to take us through these very tough winter months as the coronavirus is spiking, as people are hurting, as a lot of the protections expire at the end of December. It would be absolutely shameful for the Congress to go home at the end of December for the Christmas holidays without providing additional relief to the American people. And that's what this does. It's a bridge until we get to the Biden-Harris administration. And here we see Mitch McConnell pouring cold water on a bipartisan proposal from a lot of his own Senate members.
Yeah, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that, because it's a double whammy. You've got only 10 days left until the government runs out of funding, on top of the need for the coronavirus relief assistance that you just outlined. Do you think that it is possible this $908 billion bipartisan bill, this compromise, could get the support it needs in time?
It's certainly possible. You know, Senator McConnell knows very well that where there's a will, there's a way here. He clearly is trying to throw up roadblocks to this effort because it wasn't controlled by him. It doesn't have everything he wants in it and has some things he doesn't. But that's how we have to get this done right now. There's no doubt that we can get this done. The omnibus spending bill to keep the government open is right on track. Right now, we have to get that done by December 11th. There's no reason we cannot add this additional relief package to that piece of legislation. So when Congress wants to move quickly, it can. We should not let McConnell contract this out to the White House. And by the way, I pointed out to Secretary Mnuchin in a hearing today that President Trump tweeted both before the election and since the election that when it comes to coronavirus relief, we should go big. So this is really Mitch McConnell, you know, trying to get the White House to undermine a proposal that he doesn't like.
Incredible. All right, Senator Chris Van Hollen, sir, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, as always.